I think that space is today in a very peculiar situation because we have three main drivers of the development of space. The first one is innovation, and innovation is probably the consequence of what is so-called new space in the US, where newcomers are making space in a different way from what was used up to now. And we have also the emerging countries. More and more countries develop a space policy. So this is the first driver, innovation. The second driver is climate, because after the tremendous success of the COP21, it is clear that everyone in the world understood the role of the satellites if we want to curb the climate change. And this is really a topic on which many people are working and will continue to work, because it's really a question of the future of all the world mankind. The third point is exploration. Exploration, because we see that the cost of launches, the cost of space infrastructure are strongly decreasing. And what was impossible a few years ago, a human mission to Mars, or it was at an horizon which was 2050 or something like that. Now it is closer and closer. And when we hear NASA speaking about human mission to Mars, a journey to Mars by the end of the next decade, which could be 2025, 2030, it's more and more realistic. And so, in a nutshell, we have more and more interest in space, and I think that it is a very good thing. In IAF, we want to gather all people everywhere in the world and to develop a cooperation with people coming from every nation in the world. But in my agenda, I decided to promote what I used to call 3G. And 3G means for geography, generation, and gender. It means that we want to welcome people coming from everywhere in the world. It means that we want to welcome people from the younger generations, because it's very important to prepare the future. And it means also that we want to welcome ladies, because it's very important to have a lot of ladies working in space. I think that today we have many young people. We have a strong interest for space. Why? Because of all what I said, and in addition, now astronauts use the social networks. We have now a French astronaut on board the International Space Station. He used Twitter, he used Facebook, and so on, and he has a lot of followers. And as a consequence, young generation want to work in the field of space, and I think that it's very important to have a very robust scientific background, scientific or technical background, even if we can accommodate people coming from lawyers, other, let us say, field of development, but having a scientific and technical background is definitely a must if you want to be successful in space. What is an objective is to increase the number of people who are interested in space. During our last International Astronautical Congress in Guadalajara in Mexico last September, we got a total of 5,247 attendees, which was a record. And we have to continue to develop this record, because people come to the ISC, they clearly understood that this is the must-attend event in the year in the field of space, and we have to continue. We have to attract people from new countries. Today we have a total of 66 countries, but we have to increase this number of countries. We have to attract young generation, and we have to continue to build on our heritage and to continue to have the IAF, I would like to say, the center of space on Earth. I think that UAE is probably a very good example because UAE are a newcomer in the field of space, and today they have a lot of projects in the field of telecommunications, Earth observation. The flagship of their program is the HOPE mission, which will be launched to planet Mars in 2020 in order to be in orbit in 2021. But perhaps a characteristic of this program of the UAE is cooperation, because since the beginning and the implementation, the inception of the United UAE Space Agency, the agency signed a number of agreements with the US, with France, with many other countries, and today the UAE, they have a program which is built upon cooperation, which is very, very important and which is a very good signal for the future.